Hello, how are you friends? I am Darkoburi. Welcome to my channel. Hello, how are you friends? Today we will have the unboxing of the Final Fantasy VII collectible figure, the remake for PS4. If you notice, on this side I have my Cloud Strife, and here in my hand I have what is the fusion sword that appeared in the movie Final Fantasy VII, Advent Children. If you haven't seen it, I totally recommend it, so you can catch up with Cloud Strife. And as I have mentioned, this fusion sword is the one Cloud Strife uses, but I don't like this size, so I'm going to take my multivitamin complex. And now, the sword, as Cloud Strife has it, the real size one. If you notice, this is a replica I obtained in stainless steel, which contains the 4 swords that make up the fusion sword, seen in the movie Final Fantasy Advent Children. As I explained, I have my Cloud Strife figure, which includes all the weapons he has acquired throughout the video game, and in my special edition, I have it here. I already showed you the fusion sword as well. For what? To be able to do an unboxing. Let's leave our fusion sword here and show on this side how everything is well taken care of. It's very important for collectors how the physical condition of our box is, but at the end of the day, there's always a box within a box. For what? So that your figure remains impeccable. Let's put the box on this side. We get rid of the small outer coverings, and I present to you the PS4 Collector's Edition of Final Fantasy VII. As you can see, the Collector's Edition is made by Square Enix, which is the production studio of Final Fantasy VII. And since it's a very beloved and highly requested game by all the fans, they made this remake. I haven't gone in to see spoilers of this re-edition. Obviously, I completed the entire game. I had obtained all the weapons, all the characters, all the summons, and all the materia. Obviously, the races were done with those little yellow buns. It was the coolest part of the video game. We see on this side our little figure, which is very well protected. The details here on the box that says Final Fantasy VII, and obviously when the movie Final Fantasy VII Advent Children came out, I bought it. I have it there to watch, and it's the outfit that Cloud Strife wears after his fight with Sephiroth. His arm was injured, and that's why he keeps it hidden. Now, we proceed to see what's inside, which is our little figure. I will take it out carefully. Let's put this to the side so it doesn't get in the way. First, let me check something that comes inside the box. These are the assembly instructions. Obviously, it's so that Cloud Strife can be mounted on the bike that comes here. If you notice, it shows Cloud with his typical yellow hair, which is the movie version, and it includes the motorcycle, and there are interchangeable hands. So let's open it. Now let's remove this front part to ensure we can take out our little figure without any issues. I've come across other figures, like the Knights of the Zodiac when we opened Hades, which you can find the Hades video here with us, that still had tape to protect and prevent the figure from opening. This one, as you could see, I can take out easily. This is the classic sword that Cloud has, right? If you notice, it's the normal sword that he uses. And the motorcycle, when he appears fighting in a scene from Final Fantasy Advent Children. Inside here, you also have the base, and obviously, all the attachments, like on this side, to be able to mount Cloud Strife and display him as a vertical figure, or you have the option to place him on the motorcycle. I prefer to put Cloud on top of the motorcycle. Obviously, as you can see here, my Cloud has closed fists. That's impossible for holding the motorcycle handlebars. So we're going to have to change the hands to put him on the motorcycle. I'm going to put this aside so it doesn't get in the way. And we're going to take out Cloud Strife. As I told you, it comes with his Buster Sword, which is the classic sword, and it has the option to attach the sword to his back with this small accessory that comes here. So we're going to change his hands to put him on the motorcycle. We're going to place Cloud Strife's Buster Sword here on his back. With this accessory, it fits with a bit of pressure, and now he has it on his back, right? Now we're going to change the hands. Right now, we are going to observe the details that the glove brings. I can perceive it from here. Right now, we are going to take some shots a little closer. But if you notice, this little figure didn't come with the additional tape with the Zodiac Warriors for that reason. Why? Because the ease of removing the pieces is not exactly as such. Well, let's first remove it, Mo, from the hand, which was the one that was damaged, as I mentioned in the movie. It shows the reason why the arm gets damaged and that it is contaminated. And obviously, well, in the video game, which I don't want to spoil too much for you, I played it a few years ago. So, Cloud Strife was poisoned by what Shinra company was doing, and that's the reason why the whole story of the video game unfolds. Now that we've attached the hands, let's first talk about the figure. If you notice, this figure differs a lot from this other figure. Even though it's the same Cloud Strife, this one is younger, because this is the reissue of Final Fantasy VII. And as I mentioned, Final Fantasy VII Advent Children takes place after all the battles that unfold in the video game. If you notice, here he appears with his entire arm uncovered. Here he appears with his entire arm covered because they don't want to see what's happening to him due to the poisoning. The sword is the classic sword that appears in the video game. It's called the Buster Sword. He always carries it with him. It's an extremely heavy sword. As I mentioned, the fusion sword weighs between 12 to 14 kilograms. So it's very difficult to maneuver with just one hand. And this is the classic costume or outfit that Cloud has throughout the video game, right? Obviously, you buy more armor to increase power, defense, and all that stuff. And since we put it here, obviously in the movie, when he appears, weapons appear, he also brings his own. And the details of the motorcycle, if you notice, it has this whole front part that protects him from impacts. I'm going to move my Cloud a bit here to be able to see underneath. The motorcycle is impressive. Do you see? It's an exact replica of a motorcycle. Here the tires do turn. It's not a toy for children, it's a toy for collectors. But if my son took it, he could play with it. Obviously, I'm debating whether to lend it to him or not, right? Once I've mounted my Cloud Strife, the answer is going to be no. And this is how our figure would look assembled and mounted on the motorcycle. And the million-dollar question, hey, what about the video game? Because the last time we did the Spider-Man unboxing, which will also be featured here on my channel, I received a separate box. And this box is the one that contains the video game. It comes with a little protection here, and we're going to take out the collector's edition of Final Fantasy VII for the PS4, right? It has always been an exclusive Final Fantasy franchise, and later on it has moved to other platforms. But initially, Final Fantasy VII was released for PlayStation 4. If you haven't played it, play it. It's an amazing game. I recommend it. Perhaps, as I've mentioned, we might do some streaming of this video game. And back here, if you notice, comes the villain of the story. Obviously, it contains spoilers. If you haven't played it, cover your ears for about 4 or 5 seconds. This person is named Sephiroth, and all these are the members of Cloud Strife's team. And right now, I have another surprise for you. Let's see what Sephiroth was doing, and the part I like the most about the video game. And the surprise of this unboxing is that I also have the replica of Sephiroth's sword. If you remember, the sword is so long. And obviously Sephiroth carried it with one hand. He is the villain of the entire video game, the final boss, obviously, and you encounter him in all parts of the game. And every time he came out, he would start a Latin song that said, "Gestvas interos tiralex," commenting red. And this is Sephiroth's sword, which obviously at some point he uses to fight Urpo against Cloud Strife and maneuvers it with one hand. What must we do to kill Sephiroth? You have to play the video game and complete it. Obviously, when it was the PlayStation 1, if I remember correctly, it was 3 or 4 discs, and you would progress with one of the discs. I imagine that now it would be just a single disc, but obviously I also have my stainless steel edition, Sephiroth's sword. And now, the last thing we need to do in this video is the unboxing of the video game itself, which has a very simple box if you notice. Obviously, we are going to take out what comes inside. The first thing is the video game. It won't be much different from what a normal disc is. It comes with a mini Darkoburi soundtrack featuring all the songs from the video game, and obviously it will include the song I just mentioned, Sephiroth's theme. It includes a deluxe art book with all the art content from the video game, and one of the characters featured, which I'm glad I opened here, is Barrett, who is a friend of Cloud Strife. And if you watched Transformers, Beast Wars, on Demos, it's like the rhinoceros that has a machine gun on its arm. His arm was amputated, and he decided to attach a machine gun. If I lose an arm, maybe I'll attach 2 machine guns. And your box, which is metal, comes with Sephiroth's artwork. It's a part of the video game, obviously. I'm not going to tell you how far into the game this part appears, but why would I? So that once you remove this plastic part, you take out your disc and switch it here to the metal part. This is what the video game contains. The opening of the collector's edition of Final Fantasy VII Remake for PlayStation 4. And as expected, I have disassembled my fusion sword here to make each of its individual swords. This is the first of the swords that our version contains. This is the second of our swords that came here in our fusion sword. And thirdly, there are these 2 short swords that also came there. If you notice, both are made of stainless steel. The tip is the only part that is sharp. I have decided not to sharpen them yet so that nothing happens to anyone. These are the 2 that complement the 4 weapons of my Cloud Strife's fusion weapon. And if you love Final Fantasy VII as much as I do, leave it in the comments. Remember to subscribe to the channel. We have Medium. All my links are there too. We have Facebook, YouTube, we have Twitter, we have any other network you want. Leave us comments there. Subscribe, activate the notification bell, watch the other videos. And if you love Final Fantasy VII as much as I do, leave it in the comments. Darkoburi, peace out. And as a special prize for this video, the Vanilla Ink Printing House has gifted us this Phoenix Down, which we are going to give to you. The first person to comment on this video who the master of Phoenix Down was will win it, and we'll ship it to any part of the country. I showed you my Machin Buu signed by Marcos Patiño. Greetings, Marcos Patiño is the voice of Phoenix Down. And subscribe to the channel, activate notifications, stay until the end. Darkoburi, peace out.